Welcome to Sew Very Easy. My name is Laura, and Schmetz Needle Company has come out with a new sewing machine needle. Well, it's more like a two needle. It is a twin top stitch needle in two different sizes. So we're looking at 2 and 2, but they're 1 and 1. But because they are top stitch needles, we can hold heavier threads and do a lot more work with them. So I'm going to quilt with them. So if your machine can do a zigzag, you can do this. So we're going to be doing 2 rows of stitching at one time, and it's going to speed that quilting up. But first, let's make a simple quilt so we can try it out. So the quilt I'm going to make is from this charm pack. All I'm going to do is make rows, stitch those rows together, and then put it on the diagonal. And it won't matter how we stitch them together. It's going to be fun, and it's going to work out great. So I'm going to need 2 rows of 3 blocks together, 2 rows of 5 blocks together, 2 rows of 7 blocks together, and 1 row of 9 blocks together. And when we do sew them together, I would recommend doing a generous 1/4 inch seam allowance. You do not need to go scant. Just find a comfortable seam allowance and stitch those rows together. Once we get our strips done, we're going to be able to sew them together, and we just want to match them up so the centers are all matching. So we have the 3, we have the 5, the 7, the 9, the 7, the 5, the 3, and then on the ends, we're going to add 1 more block. So when we look at all of these corners, we're going to see that seam allowance sticking out. And that's exactly what we want. Now it doesn't necessarily look like a square this way, but when we tuck these corners in and rotate it, it becomes a cute little square on the diagonal. So all we need to do is sandwich this up and we can get it ready for quilting. But before we do that, let's draw some lines along these edges. So whatever your seam allowance is what we're going to have poking out here in this little corner. This is the area that we're going to trim off. So on this side, we're going to have that seam allowance. So I'm going right to those points, and I'm just going to draw a line. And I'm going to do that to all 4 of my edges. So from here, we're just going to layer that, our backing, our batting, the top. And if your quilt batting and backing do not come to the points, that's fine. This little area we're going to be trimming off. So anything past that line is going to be fine. I just find it's easier to trim it after I quilted it than before. So here are the 2 different top stitch needles. So when we're looking at them, there is one area that is going to go into the machine, but it has 2 needles attached. Now the sizes do vary, and the packages will still tell us that. This is an 80-12, this is a 90-14. The difference from there is that width in between, that space. This space is a 2.5, this space is a 3. So we're looking at the needle size and the space size. So in this case, I'm doing the heavier one, the 90-14, and that space larger at a 3. So that space is how far the threads are going to be apart. So as I'm stitching, the distance will always be the same. And the top stitch needle does have a nice big eye in it. So it's going to be a lot of fun to use, and we can use the little heavier threads if we want to. And setting up the machines are usually really easy. The only thing is we're having 2 spools of thread coming in. It's going through the same system, down and through both needles. So get your manual to see how to thread your machine. There really is nothing special about setting up the machine. There's no special stitches, there's no special things we need to do. We're just threading the 2 needles versus 1. So to stitch this, I'm going to start off past those lines that I drew, the middle of the foot is going to run right through the seam. So I will be stitching on either side of that line. So it's going to look like I've done 2 rows of stitching. So I'm just following that center part along the seam. And I'm just going to keep going until I come right off. And yes, the machine will cut the thread for you. So I was able to accomplish 2 rows of stitching, 1 on each side of that seam, but I only did 1 row as I was stitching. And the back ends up with this little zigzag pattern. So to stitch this, I'm just going to be stitching straight lines, starting up, coming down. And I'm going to do all of the rows. Then I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to do the same going in this direction. So each one of these will have 2 rows of stitching, 1 on each side of the seam. So here's a close-up of that twin stitching. I did go outside of that line that I drew. So the stitches come right out. And they're doing that all around. This is going to be trimmed off, so we don't need to worry about that. We just want to come right out. And when we look at the back, we have these beautiful little zigzags. Now the quilting really can be done from here, but I'm going to turn this upside down, quilt from the back, so that I can have some of that fun zigzag stitching on the front. And I'm going to run those stitches down the center. And that's going to be really easy to do because I have all of the markings here. So I want to stitch here and here, and I'm going to continue that grid line stitching from the back. So you will see 2 rows of stitching on the back and the zigzag on the front. And that's going to give both sides a lot of fun and a lot of texture. So there we have that zigzag stitch, which is really just the twin stitch. By using the denim thread in that top stitch needle, we can see the stitching more, and that variegated in the bobbin really just added some fun color. From here, I'm going to be able to trim off, making sure that I leave this little seam here. After I've cut off those edges, I go in and do 1 or 2 more rows of stitching all the way around. That really is going to stabilize those bias seams, and it just makes this nice and flat, so it'll be easy to put the binding on. So when the quilt is done, you really can see the 2 rows of stitching and that zigzag, which is really just the twin needle in reverse. So how fun is this little quilt? Now this quilt can be made in any size, and it quilts together quick and easy because everything is done with 1 row of stitching, not 2. So the twin needle saves us a lot of time and gives us a fun look at the same time. I'll put some links in the description so you could check out the needles. And as always, thank you for joining me today on Sew Very Easy. Feel free to subscribe. I'm on Facebook, Instagram. I have a newsletter. It's all free under Sew Very Easy. And be sure to make every day a Sewtacular day. Bye for now.